What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we go over the game time set for the top 25 matchup between Michigan and Illinois in 2 weeks. Plus we talk about Michigan's fourth quarter struggles, why the passing defense has got to improve as they rank as one of the worst right now. Plus we go over why Jack Tuttle potentially raises the ceiling for this Michigan offense. We also talk about potential position changes, especially on the offensive line, and we got some recruiting news on a couple of targets in the 2026 class and a new defensive line target in the 2025 class. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Saturday was a crazy day in college football. 6 teams ranked inside the top 11 losing, so there were some major shakeups in the AP poll. Michigan did come in at number 24 as they suffered their second loss of the season to Washington. They're now 4-2 overall, 2-1 in Big Ten play. Now the Wolverines do have another tough game coming up in 2 weeks. They have a bye week, which is a much needed bye week, but they will have another tough top 25 ranked matchup between Illinois as they go on the road. The game time has been announced. It'll be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, broadcasted on CBS. That's going to be a huge game for this team, trying to get a bounce back win, and really it's going to be a huge game for the start of the Sharon Moore era this season. Right now, looking at Michigan's schedule, they have 4 top 25 matchups on their schedule. They face 4 teams ranked in the top 25 right now, including 2, obviously Ohio State and Oregon ranked in the top 5. So it's not going to get any easier. This team gonna have to turn it around here, and if this team wants to turn it around, it's gonna have to start in multiple areas, and wanted to talk about a couple of those. We obviously all know about the fourth quarter struggles Michigan has been having. Defensively though, right now for me, that is the biggest concern. I talked about it in my post-game video yesterday. You know, this team has way too many talented players on defense to go out there and perform the way they did on Saturday, and really it kind of falls on the defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale. He did not put these players in a position to succeed. There were a lot of mistakes, a lot of coverage mistakes as well, where the defense just lined up, just did not make any sense at all. I mean, there's one play where we blitzed with 6 guys and then we were also in a zone. It just did not make any sense. And Michigan's pass defense needs to improve a lot, because statistics wise they rank really low. I'll talk about that in a little bit here, but you know, the fourth quarter struggles, it's both offense and defensively. Just the fundamentals, the discipline, it's not there. Michigan is not playing fundamentally sound the way they have to in the fourth quarter. And we talked about it going into this Washington game, especially on the road. If they continue to struggle in the fourth quarter, you know, it was going to be hard to get out of that game with a win, especially on the road. And we saw, you know, both offensively and defensively making mistakes. Michigan had 5 penalties. They had 2 turnovers late in the game that resulted in 10 points for Washington's offense, taking advantage of short field opportunities. And I also believe right now Michigan in the fourth quarter, through the first 6 games of the season, they are giving up 63 points in the fourth quarter. That's already more than last year's team gave up in the fourth quarter. So that just goes to show you the fourth quarter struggles, they are real right now for Michigan, and that's one thing that really has got to change. And I know the Michigan offense, you know, has not really helped out the defense at times, but this past game against Washington, the defense, even without the short field opportunities, were giving up some big plays. And the pass defense for Michigan, it needs to improve, especially with some of these teams coming up on the schedule. So Michigan right now ranks 133rd in the country in surrendering pass plays of 10 yards or more. And right now, they also rank 115th in the country in overall pass defense. So yeah, that's a big problem right now. You know, Michigan has gone up against better competition out of Texas, USC, and now Washington, all, you know, pretty pass-heavy teams. Texas, I mean, they can, run the ball as well, but especially Washington and USC, pass-heavy teams right there. So, the way I look at that, those statistics really fall down to Wink Martindale. His play calling was not great at all against Washington. Jair Hill, Zeke Berry both struggled last week. Tackling has got to be better. The zone coverages have to be better, but ultimately, Wink Martindale, he has to put these players in a good position to succeed. Now, it will help the bye week, getting players healthy. Michigan had a player like Amir Hall in the secondary that sat out. Wesley Walker, Jaden Mangham, both safety depth players. So, this bye week is certainly going to help, but the pass defense for Michigan has got to get better. Fourth quarter struggles have got to stop. And it's not only the defense, it is also the offense. However, right now, going into the bye week, I would say I'm more concerned about the defense than the offense, because I do think Michigan has finally found their quarterback going forward here with Jack Tuttle. He gave them that spark, and even though, the offense did stall out in the fourth quarter, having 2 turnovers, this offense looked a lot better with Jack Tuttle, especially the first 3 drives. So that gives you a little hope with the offense in the fact that, they can potentially do some of the things they were doing offensively last year with Jack Tuttle in there as quarterback. And we kind of already saw it a little bit, some glimpses in there in the first 3 drives. So I do think the ceiling definitely raises with Jack Tuttle in there, at least offensively for Michigan. And I'm actually really excited to see how this offense looks after having 2 full weeks now to prepare an offensive game plan with Jack Tuttle in as quarterback. One thing that does have to get better, though, is the offensive line. Michigan was also banged up there going into the Washington game. So, they were without Miles Hinton and also Dominic Giudice, and potentially, Michigan might have to shake things up at the offensive line. Getting Miles Hinton back will be huge. Crippen hasn't been playing bad. It's actually right now, I feel like Evan Link and especially Josh Preeb have to step it up on the offensive line. Now, we did see Jeffrey Percy take over at left tackle with Miles Hinton out. Potentially, we could see Percy move to right tackle. Maybe just try that out in practice, see how it works, because over there at right tackle, when you look at the pressures allowed, Michigan allowed 7 pressures, including 1 sack, and Evan Link let up 3 pressures. Also in pass protection, he had a 51.2 PFF grade. Josh Preeb also had a 42.1 PFF grade. So let me know what you guys think about that. Obviously Evan Link took over at right tackle, beating out Andrew Gentry. But, right now, maybe Michigan might have to make a change over there because, while the offensive line has been better in the run game, pass protection still remains to be a problem. But I did want to talk about some recruiting news here. In the 2026 class, the 4-star top 100 player edge recruit Jake Cruel from IMG Academy, a big-time target in the 2026 class. And it does appear that he will be looking to get back up to Michigan before the end of the season, as he's yet to come in for a game day experience. He did recently go up against top 100 2026 Michigan quarterback commit Brady Hart, and Cruel was actually one of the players who was consistently pressuring Brady Hart in that game, came away with a few sacks. Now, he did tell E.J. Holland of the Wolverine that all the Michigan coaches texted me before the Coco game. Coach Lou Esposito is really funny. He's also developed players. He said you can see his track record of developing players, so he really likes that. But he's looking to make a visit again to Michigan sometime this season, as Michigan looking to build up that 2026 class. Michigan also appears to be in the top 5 for a newly offered defensive line target out of the 2025 3-star defensive lineman Christian Ingram from the state of Georgia. He is an emerging prospect right now in the 2025 class. He has offers right now from Michigan, Georgia, Florida, Clemson, Alabama, and he told Bryce Merritt of the Michigan Insider that I'm very interested in them. He said, I like how they're different from other schools. They don't baby you, they prepare you for the NFL really well. And he does plan to take a visit to Michigan, hopefully for an official visit. And he also said that we are definitely in the top 5 with Georgia, Alabama, Alabama, Vanderbilt, and Clemson. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more. If you are new around here, I greatly appreciate it. And other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.